Hey guys, how you doing? This is The Voice. Just wanted to make a tutorial on one of my better Amumu jungles on a Platinum 5, Platinum 4 level. I don't often jungle, but I know when I do, there are certain characters that I actually play that I really do extremely well, and Amumu is one of them. People don't realize that, well, at least most people realize that he is a very powerful character, but not until he reaches up to about level 6. Mid game and end game, he is absolutely ridiculous and can single-handedly CC out an entire team. He can pretty much dive suicide and win, team fights alone just because of his ult. He has a lot of CC, he has a lot of AoE capacity. It's really ridiculous, and I wanted to show you a tutorial on what I do the times that I do play Amumu. So the first thing I do a basic, just a basic walk around, not anything special, whatever, just farming or whatever, doing what I can to level up and stuff. Let's go ahead and fast forward. I might slow mo or go back to it or whatever. I decide to see if I can gank mid, and I notice immediately like he's not paying attention to his surroundings. And one of the most important things about a jungle is being map aware. Every position should be map aware, no matter what you are. You should completely have your mind 110% into the game if you want to get into higher elo. And in divisions and whatnot, to be where you want to be. The other big thing about this is that, in my personal opinion, I truly believe that a jungler should have the best presence and the best map awareness. And the reason why I say it is because there's not a lot of junglers like Amumu are not necessarily supposed to take kills, but I completely defy that here in a minute. I completely truly believe that your jungler is intended as basic chess pieces, and you're the chess master, and it's up to you to try to help and feed your lanes as much as possible to put as much pressure as possible to win the game. See, now I didn't know that there wasn't a ward here, but I put pressure enough to where they could actually push their level. So I also start out as well with the red, I don't know what it's called, but if I actually look probably right here, the sweeping lens. That's really important for junglers. I just learned that recently, actually, that it's a good idea to start with that, because just as I did there, I completely got rid of their ward. And I also noticed that I figured out the Alistar, they were going to try to do something when I left, so I went in there immediately and knew that I was going to start ganking. I used a flash for that, just to basically initiate a furthermore kill. And we do have Alistar, and my AD basically picks up that kill, so they're already pretty far ahead. That was a 2 for 0. So I'm trying to pressure out Zed, so that way he doesn't proceed into probably trying to get into the bush to get what he needs when try to get ahead. So I'm just going to fast forward here. I do a little bit more farming, and I go ahead and a little bit more farming, buy some stuff. So because I know I already got an assist. We're pretty much already in the lead already, and I'm being extremely map aware. I add a little bit more pressure, so that way she can force her lane a little bit more forward, knowing that I'm there. So they see the enemy team. They do realize I've already established a huge presence in my ganking strategy. So right now, I go mid because, again, I want Zed off of my mid. So I'm not necessarily taxing her. I just took a cannon and pretty much left, so that way it would try to even out, and she can farm under a little bit better. Now I take blue buff for a specific reason in this game. A lot of the times I do carry my games as whether a marksman or a jungle. Even though Lissandra does, it is very important and vital that if any mana users are, needing blue buff or whatever, it is vitally important in higher elo as well, or in any elo for that case, for that matter, to give them their blue buffs and stuff. But I know I'm pretty ahead, so I know that I'm going to make great use of it. I just go ahead and push the lane a little bit, and then I just continue to farm a little bit. So I go for red buff, and I already see that Cho right now, he's getting 2v1 at the moment. So I figure, well, I need to get up there as soon as possible. Lissandra also sees it too as well, so we're trying to help. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I know that he's really low health, so he's probably already used everything. So I already know I'm going to catch him immediately. He already made a foolish mistake. He probably thought he was going to try to get rid of... he's probably going to try to, like, bush... bush hide on me and stuff, and maybe see if he can make an escape, but I called the bluff out and used my ult, queued him, and that was pretty much it, and I got the kill. Push up top lane, and that's pretty much settled for that. So now I go back to, again, helping other lanes as well, and I see on bottom lane that they're kind of like punching each other in their face. So I go back to farming a little bit. All lanes are pushed currently. Cho'Gath just got a little bit of help, so Nasus and Cho'Gath are pretty even up top lane. So I come out from the back. They was already warded, but it was a little bit too late because I'm a Amumu. I can easily just queue into there. Leona uses her ult. Again, everybody pretty much used their ult except for me because mine was on cooldown, but it was still pressured enough to where chances were Leona was going to die if I didn't make it there in time. So their mid was missing at that point, and I noticed that Zed was trying to go in for a kill. Immediately catch him with my Q, and then I just pressure him off. Again, map awareness is one of the most important things to a jungler. If you do not have map awareness as a jungler, I would try to learn it as much as possible. One of the two characters, I think, in my personal opinions, that teaches you map awareness, aside from just being a jungler, would be Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate is one of my mids, and again, I don't often use him, but when I do mid, characters like that make you aware because his ult purposely has you going everywhere, helping other. You're like a mini jungler pretty much as a mid AP. So, and then I see the opportunity right now that they're really low. They have really low mana, and I see pretty much when we get into it third person, which is Riven and stuff. Riven jungle isn't the most vital, or it isn't the most important, whatever. Here comes a really big play right here. I ult, and I basically start focusing Zed because I know Zed wants to go and kill Ezreal, but that's not going to happen. He tries to... he pretty much ulted Leona, which was a really big mistake, so he couldn't get anybody else. I go ahead and queue in there. I E, and I pretty much flash out while tanking the turret, so a lot of multitasking there. And again, Amumu is stupid strong once he gets to level 6, because that ult, I mean, that is a game changer. It's a game breaker when you have an entire team stunned for 1.5, 2 seconds, however much it is. Since Ezreal's like full health or whatnot, he's very far ahead. We let them basically lack experience after those cannon and enemy minions, or friendly minions, get taken down by our whatchamacallit, our minions or whatever. They'll basically, we're denying them experience and denying them any type of farm. So that goes that. And like I said, like right now, my bot, my mid, and pretty much my top is actually fairly far ahead. Bottom right now is very far ahead. And then I'm just going to basically take even more advantage on bottom because they're doing extremely well. I just go ahead and use my sweeper just to clear out some wards. Make them think twice about whether or not they want to actually go, pressure bottom. I didn't know that there was a ward that was already there, so I just basically scurried along behind my Lissandra, and she needed me. I can always easily queue in. I'm pretty good with my Qs. Your skill shots, especially in terms of something that stuns for as long as you're getting there, is quite important. So that's also another game breaker. Like I always personally say, anything with an anchor or anything that pretty much grabs them to you, those are also game breakers. for characters so well, because that's a small form of CC that you can do a whole lot of damage of, especially when your positioning is correct, and especially when you have a lot of synergy with your team. I really just happen to have a lot of synergy with my team, because if you ever notice, Cho'Gath has his rupture, his knock up. He has we have the alt Amumu, like I said, and here comes one of them. This is one of the more failed ganks, because I didn't know that he didn't use his alt. I tried going back out and queuing in. We couldn't really kill him, but we really reduced it. I was kind of stupid, because I was just like, oh god, like I'm gonna die for this kill and stuff, but I decided not to and chose to easily back off. Even though we're low health, Nasus still took a lot of chunk from that. He used his ult. I'm not sure if he used any summoners or not. Let me see. I'm looking at Nasus right now. Yeah, he pretty much used a summoner and an ult, and the only thing that he has left right now is, is teleport. So he's basically going to teleport back, I believe. Yeah, he teleports back to his stuff, so that way he doesn't attempt to lose any farm. But as this game goes, I go back down further. I look at I see a potential huge kill, possibly. So I just basically walk down the bush. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm a little far back, but maybe they think that that I might be leaving. So I'm just kind of staying their camp, because like I said, mid and top is pushed very well. They're doing really good. I thought it was warded from that point, from that little bush right there, and I was like, oh, okay, well, there isn't. So I'm just gonna go ahead, come in here. I'm just gonna go ahead, force lane for these guys and stuff, because they're already really low. Riven's coming down again, so because they already knew that I was there. Not necessarily camping, like I said. My presence is very well known so far as a character. They're gonna try to dive, and then here comes a really big play right here. I completely once again CC Zed. Zed does get a kill on Ezreal, but the thing is now that I know that Lissandra is there for a third, Riven uses her ult, tries to go for Lissandra, but Lissandra goes and Zanya's out. She uses her ult before she dies, so that's a lot of CC going in right there. My ult, mind you, let me pause this real quick. I got a lot of shit on my team because they said, why didn't you ult and all this stuff. My ult was never up to begin with, but I made damn sure that if I was going to be there as a presence, that I was gonna knock some people's heads down. So everyone's extremely low. Everyone pretty much used their ult but mine. My ult is just now coming up. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to the play right now. I immediately kill Alistar. I flash in and I hit my my Q, or my E, excuse me. And then I use my ult just to shut her down and get a quadra kill. Yeah, so I did get a lot of shit because they were asking. They said, well, why didn't you use your ult or whatever? And I told them when I was typing and pushing, I said that I didn't have any ult to begin with. So, but still, that was like really good. I mean, that was like a pretty much what, four kills to 2, and then we pressured the lane and take tower, I believe, as well. Now, immediately, I want to go to dragon. I want to get dragon as soon as possible, so I queue into it. So we go ahead. Try to get that. Now you got blue team coming in. They have the thing. Now the thing that I was kind of stupid about on this, it was completely my fault. Leona was a little bit low, and that was, like I said, that was my fault. I finally got shut down by Zed, so Zed got a little ahead with my shutdown goal. Alistar still dies, and Ezreal still gets a little bit fit. He gets one more kill, and at this point, he's 3-1. I'm 5-1, so. We're both doing some fairly good carrying right now. Lissandra uses her ult to stop to Riven. Riven's already way behind. She's going to be way more behind if she dies, and she dies again. So that was a good reaction on Lissandra. And in the end of it all, even though I died, they pretty much took my 1 kill for their 3. So I would say that's a definite worth. So that's going to be furthermore push. And by the way, Zed did get the last hit on that, so I totally did a Saint Vicious, and yeah, totally messed up on my smiting, but that's okay though, because we are still far ahead, and especially with that team getting that 3-for-1 pretty much. We're doing really good. Again, everyone's very far ahead. I've pushed this game so far up ahead. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just, like I said, this is probably the single best Amumu game that I've ever had. And I noticed that Riven was trying to go for her red, so I'm just going, hey, why not? I got 3 teammates, so I'm going to go ahead and kill him. My W pretty much withers her out. And now I see Sivir, she's completely out of position. And Alistar's way behind. I start pinging pretty much for Alistar. I use my ult because Sivir already used her E, so it was impossible for her to escape. I start tanking the turret. And then, of course, you get a slow going. And poor Ezreal, he actually should have been getting all those kills. Yeah, and that Zed, for some odd reason, just goes and uses ult. I don't know why. But, yeah, Leona get that support as well. Or, excuse me, Leona, the support, basically gets another kill. But the process was that, you know, not only did she E, but I Q'd to him, so that was a massive amount of CC. And I just basically took down mid because right now Zed's 5-5. He's fairly behind. He's trying to wander and help other lanes, but there's just, you know, like I said, like I'm doing a whole lot of pressuring on my part, which is very important for a jungler, like I said, as the role goes. Go ahead and farm a little more. I go grab red. Like I said, the key things as a jungler, what you want to do, especially as a Amumu, like I said, he's to me one of the more broken champs. I mean, he's one of the most unchanged champions too, as well. There really hasn't been any nerfs or buffs that's really been given to him other than like this pre-season 4 or you know buffs towards other stuff. Such as, you know, items that just makes him incredibly a godlike tank. In my personal opinion, like I said, to me he's very god tier. He can single-handedly carry games. There is no doubt about it. I noticed that my mid is trying to get caught, so I have Alistar and Zed. They're trying to go at her right now, and she used her ult and her Zhonya's. I missed my Q, so I was like, oh man, and this is my fault right here. I screwed up. What happened was there was some really weird lag on my part, and I was supposed to flash Q, and my Q didn't come up until like 1 second later. So I was like, oh man, I didn't get a chance to save her, so kind of sucked. Another key thing is too, you know, we're doing all this pressure. There's nothing that Zed or Sivir can do to stop us. So another key thing too is, you know, always objectives are the most important thing in the world. See, I am 5-1 and or excuse me, 7-2, and my Ezreal's 5-1. The thing about it is, your objectives are the most important thing in your forte, especially as a jungler too as well. Being a map aware and you know, dragon kills and baron kills and stuff. Even though if I didn't get the first one and I made a mistake on that and I, you know, Saint Vicious did, the thing about it is I kept time of that. So even though the enemy's, you know, slaying the dragon, we have the opportunity to actually get dragon next time it's up. So always keep that in mind. Keep those timers up. Now I noticed that Cho'Gath, he's getting 2v1 right now, and I told him to keep putting pressure on them and keep them up there because I know that we're going to be there, you know, soon in time. It's already 2v1. I go ahead and Q a minion, and I thought I was going to go ahead and die for that, but I said no. We got a huge wave coming in, so it wouldn't be worthwhile. And there's like, you know, less than a pick of hair of health on that, so we've got 3 people, so we're gonna go ahead and just, you know, pressure that. And of course, Riven gets caught. She's way behind at this point. It's impossible for them right now as a Riven jungle. Riven is very farm reliant. So pre-season 3 she was pretty good, and then once they started kind of nerfing around with some of the items in pre-season 3, that's when she kind of went back to being top lane bully and stuff. Cho'Gath is really extremely tanky. I hit a Q on Zed, and I ult in while tanking the turret and stuff, knowing that I know that I could easily get some kills. Again, Zed just wastes an ult on me. To me, it just truly wasn't worth it. Lissandra goes for a Q, just snipes out people, and she's just, right now, she is just completely like on fire. And so is Leona as well too. Leona is like 5-3, so she's doing a magnificent job in terms of, you know, helping us or whatever in team fights. So like I said, like it's also a lot of synergy. A lot of synergy happens in teams, and unfortunately people don't realize that what you say, it's little tiny comments that makes a difference too as well, in terms of in terms of gameplay. The other thing that I wanted to mention too as well is, if you notice the enemy team has like all physical damage, And that's what I took advantage of. The first thing that I built was Sunfire. I at least got the chain vest. Once I started getting really ahead, that was like one of the first things that I built, and that was solely because I just wanted to be tanky, tanky, tanky. And of course I get a little bit AoE damage, and I have enough AoE damage as it is with my tiers. So it was just, you know, it was just going to be, I already felt that it was going to be just a huge steam ball of, of wreck that was going to be in this game. Their comp was just, you know, our comp was just superior to theirs. But I mean, most importantly, they could easily have won, you know, if I messed up in terms of play and not being so aware and not being, you know, anything. I start pinging for Dragon at first, and then I realized, well, Zed's down, we can easily go ahead and do Baron. So we just decided to go ahead and go for Baron. Now they're 4v5, so we have plenty of time to do this. With him, you know, 18 seconds in, so it's just no point, you know, in going for a Dragon. Why go for something, you know, second place if we can go for something that's, you know, that can definitely win us the game. So we're pretty much doing the regular good old Baron and stuff, just withering down, and I know my smite's up and everything, so I don't got to worry about it. Everything is up. I was trying to go for a move for him just to furthermore, you know, hit our mark for Baron. But you know, as you can see, just want to go ahead and hit this here really quick. Leona uses her ult to try to, you know, fend off anything for her carry. Ezreal's in a really safe position, and Amumu's, or excuse me, Alistar is almost dead. So already that's just like another 4v5 just waiting to happen, no matter what. So not only Leona and I both hit our ults. She missed a little bit, but still hits Nasus trying to get to a carry. So our comp really just revolved around Ezreal just picking out from the back, which is what carries are supposed to do, which is what marksmen are supposed to do. So he was so well protected and fresh, it was just impossible for the enemy team to get nearby. And then if all else fails, I mean, you know, Lissandra has her ult that just sticks somebody in place too as well. So I mean, if you notice, just there's 3 CC. I mean, this whole comp was just CC tank peel for him. So it was just so beautiful. It was just, this game was just a beautiful game in general. They could not do anything at all. And you can see this is a 32-minute game, and now you understand why. You know, and some of the reasons, some of the choices that I made in this game, you know, so vital. Pretty much furthermore pressuring. Now that you can easily do Dragon now, we're going to take even more resources after taking out Baron. You know, we got another extremely well team fight. We're doing extremely well. We can easily just take Dragon. This isn't even an issue. So we lost 1 Dragon, but the purpose and key towards what I was mentioning was objectives. Objectives are so important in this game, and people do not realize how important they are. As I mentioned before, I am my Ezreal is 9-1. I'm 7-3. And Lissandra wasn't doing too bad either. I mean, 214 CS with, you know, 4 kills. It's pretty amazing, you know, for a mid, especially against Zed. Though I don't think that was the best Zed. There wasn't a comp actually, you know, relying with a lot of pressure, because there was a lot of peel, and there just needed to be a lot of pressure to, you know, to basically outplay our peel. But at this point, we're so far ahead. We have like 54,000 gold to 40,000. You know, we're just dominating at this point. And like I said, you're just getting a glimpse. Like I said, this is one of my better games. I haven't played Amumu in a while, but when I do, I know I usually carry games. We were trying to get a kill. I didn't want to use my ult. I was just like, I just might as well have him use his summoners, which he did. He went over the wall. So, and I believe this is going to be one of the last bigger plays that we do for basically finalizing an FF. So we can easily tower dive. We're so tanky. I use my Q and I grab Zed again with my Q and alt combo, and that's pretty much GG right there. Easy tower dive. I can tank the turret all night, and we're just pretty much pressuring at that point. my Israel is pretty much fed to all hell right now, and we just there's just nothing that they can do. I mean, they could, again, I'm doing turret I'm doing turret tanking like the entire time. That was pretty much worth it. I just thought it was funny at the Ezreal. Oh yeah, and of course I do that play too as well. Or excuse me, the cow pretty much bashing him into their fountain. It's pretty funny. So I pretty much get dragged out. I pretty much die. It's not a big deal. Like I said, it's like 2 minutes till they force a surrender and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, this is my first real tutorial. Even though I don't stream anymore, I will do tutorials in some of my games or in some gameplay or really epic videos. I may not be streaming anymore, but I definitely like to give advice and give things to people that you know, may benefit from what I do. And comment, like, favorite, and please share the TLC of you know, this channel. Maybe I can grow it from here. I will try to do as much as possible, knowing how busy I am as well with you know, with my life and my work and whatever. Everything's been doing great, and I truly do miss everybody that I used to stream with. You know, you got to see some of my raging or my, you know, epic plays or whatever that you want, you know, live on stream and stuff. You can also click the follow button on that too as well. You know, the voice on twitch.tv if you want. Like I said, I don't stream anymore, but I will do tutorials and stuff like that of some of my best characters, best plays, my reasons, my choices, and I mean, I'll even show you, you know, games that when I lose, like what, you know, the purpose of like why I lost. You know, I can easily say, I can easily forfeit and say, you know, why this happened, whatever. Yeah, this is pretty much almost it. This actually probably will be the last gameplay that I'm going to see, because right now I see, if you notice right now, Lissandra is all, I basically backed everybody out because I said that, don't worry about it, but I noticed Leona was in position where she wanted to just pretty much take out everybody, so I kind of backed her out. The other key thing is to make sure that your people are in check too as well. You know, you can control them, as weird as it may sound. It's like chess. You got to play chess. If you play chess well, you can do well in this game. So I basically go ahead and pause this here for a minute. I immediately again see Zed just out of position. I mean, they're just tilting so badly right now. And I hit my Q on him, saw him completely out of position. If you notice on the map as well, you see Sivir on the bottom. Riven is, you know, near where the red is, completely out of position, and I basically already got two of their, you know, main people, the two single worst kinds of people that carries hate, which are assassins that have escapes and you know, hyper tanks such as Gnosis. And Alistar is like in the midst of like, where am I? Eating some grass or something. I don't even know. But yeah, like I said, a lot of CC going on here. Lissandra using her ult. I'm using her ult. I'm using my ult. I mean, this is pretty much another one of those other epic plays. Raven tries to use her ult coming in, and I know that I'm kind of dying a little bit. I'm just getting a whole lot of focus, so I knew I was going to flash in, then Q right back when I had a chance, get another kill, and that would definitely be GG for a triple to end that. So please, guys, do me a favor, like, favorite, share. I still have my Twitter at Voice of Twitch, VOICZ at Twitch, and hope you like the video. Please compliment and comment whatever you can. I appreciate everybody still being part of the small little family that I guess we grew on Twitch. And again, I miss you all. Everyone, hope you like it, and I'll definitely talk to you and see you soon. Thanks.